there are going to be days when you don't feel like showing up, days when you feel tired, when you feel unmotivated, when you feel like you just can't do the things you need to do. But I have learned that the people who are able to transform their lives are the people who show up even when they are unmotivated, even when the motivation is gone. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of showing up even when you do not feel like it and even when you feel unmotivated. So like anybody else, I have days when I don't feel like showing up. And in the past, if I'm going to be honest, I have allowed those feelings to stop me from doing things that I needed to do. You know, I would tell myself, oh, I'm just not going to do it today because I don't feel like it. But as I've grown and I've matured, I have realized that feelings are not facts and my feelings cannot run my life, right? Because there are days when I will feel motivated and days when I won't. But if I want to stay consistent with anything, I can't rely on my feelings because, as I stated, feelings change from day to day. So one of the things that keeps me going when I don't feel like showing up for something, like for example, say I don't feel like creating a video, I'll use that example. One of the things that is helping me to stay motivated is to remember my why. And that, you know, is so important because my why for doing something is bigger than how I feel. My reason for doing something is bigger than how I feel. I'm a very value-driven and mission-driven person. So I think about the mission, the value, the core of the things that I do. And I would encourage you to do the same, right? In what you're doing, why did you start doing the thing? Go back to your why. Is it working on a certain project? Is it building your business? Is it, you know, going after the promotion at work? Is it spending intentional time with your family and with your children? What is your why? Let your why become one of the drivers in what you do, not just how you feel. Because feelings will lead to procrastination. You will continue to say, I will do this tomorrow. I will do this another day. And then you wake up a year from now or years from now, and you're still making promises to yourself that go unfulfilled. So always remember your why. Another thing is just start, even if you don't feel like doing the thing. Say you're working on a book and you're like, I don't feel like writing today, even though you promise yourself that you're going to write every day. Just sit down and write something. Start. Overcome that blockage in your mind, because a lot of the I don't feel like it is usually your mindset, and it's usually mental. Now, if you're sick and need to rest, of course, that's a different story. But if you just don't feel like it, I would say just start, act, do anyway, despite your feelings. Because one of the things you'll realize that, you know, when you start something, you end up doing a lot more than you felt like doing in the moment, or that you thought that you were capable of for that day. So another thing, just start the project, start the sentence, start the workout, start spending that intentional time with your children. Start by reading them a book and see where it goes. You know, maybe you'll end up discussing the book and discussing questions and tying in the books to other things. But it's just important to start instead of buying into your feelings and not doing the thing. Another thing that I think it's important to realize is you can't allow your feelings to run your life. We feel many different things on different days. As mature adults, it's important that we develop our impulse control and our willpower. So not because you feel something or don't feel something. Don't let that control your life, because you may end up regretting decisions that are based on feelings and that are not based on the person you're becoming and the person you want to be. I think sometimes the idea that we get on social media and sometimes in life is that discipline means that you wake up inspired every day, like that you're inspired to reach your goals every day. And that's simply not true. Discipline is about committing to something and committing to doing that thing, that goal, to reaching that goal, despite how you feel. And the important thing that happens when you commit to your goals is that you prove to yourself that you are someone who keeps your word and that you are someone who follows through. So not only are you reaching your goals, you are becoming a confident person in the process, because you're proving to yourself that it's not about feelings, it's not about whether or not you feel inspired or motivated. It's that you are a committed person, and each time you work toward a goal or you do the thing you said you're gonna do, that you promised yourself, each time you do those things, you are showing yourself that you are a person of your word, that you are a person who follows through. And that's how self-trust and self-confidence are developed, by doing, not by just writing down the goals or feeling motivated one day and doing something one day and then not following through the other day. That's not how it works. It's just really being committed and doing the actions that you said you are going to do. Because walking in your purpose requires consistency. And it doesn't mean you have to do these things perfectly every day. It means that you are consistent in showing up for yourself, showing up for your purpose, showing up for your goals, and showing up as the person that you say you are. And it also builds your integrity, because integrity is about being someone whose yes means yes and no means no. And your promises to yourself are worth keeping. So I just want to encourage you. Be that person of purpose. Be that person of discipline. Do not let your feelings run your life. You can achieve your goals as long as you're willing to take the steps towards reaching them, even on the days where you don't feel motivated. Hope this message encouraged you, and be blessed.